What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another Madden 20 online game. On Saturday, August 24th, 2019, the Indianapolis Colts were trying to figure out their quarterback situation because Andrew Luck was a little bit banged up and he might not start on week 1. Jacoby Brissett might have to play a game against the Los Angeles Chargers before Andrew Luck is fully healthy. And then bam, all of a sudden, Jacoby Brissett has been thrown into the fire because of perhaps the most shocking retirement story in NFL history, at least since Calvin Johnson or Barry Sanders announced their immediate retirements. Andrew Luck, at age 29, claims that he is done playing football. He does not love the game of football as much as he once did. The wear and tear on his body is just too much for him, and he's tired of going through the rehab process time and time again. His ankle sprain, the latest nagging injury that he has not been able to heal as quickly as he'd like, and he's done. He would rather move on to the next phase of his life than continue his NFL career. The next phase of his life just doesn't involve the NFL, quite simply. So Andrew Luck is gone. And in honor of Andrew Luck retiring and the great career that Andrew Luck had on his time with the Indianapolis Colts, we will try to get Andrew Luck in the zone and activate his X-Factor ability of pro reads today. And along with that, just try to ball out as much as we can with Andrew Luck and cherish the final moments that we can have playing with Andrew Luck on the Indianapolis Colts. Yes, Andrew Luck is still on the Colts in Madden 20. Madden doesn't normally do roster updates until every Friday, so from now until perhaps Friday morning, you still have a shot to play with Andrew Luck on the Colts. He's still going to be an Ultimate Team since he already has 2 cards in the game, and they probably still have his rights to make a couple more Andrew Luck cards. But as far as playing with him on the Indianapolis Colts and regs, you can't do it. If you want to start a franchise right now and play with Andrew Luck, do that before they take him off the roster. So yeah, I wasn't planning on doing this video. Pro reads, not my favorite X-Factor ability, but we got to show love for Andrew Luck. And like I said, the great career that he had, and definitely a decision that I respect, as you guys see that we are not going to be getting Andrew Luck in the zone in this game. Spoiler alerts. This was my first attempt at getting Andrew Luck in the zone. This guy kind of played like a weenie. He was just running the ball game. I was running like an all-out blitz or cover one robber the entire game. You see, he's just sending the entire house, and I was honestly just going to quit this game and just let this guy win, but we got the 4th down pick, and this guy was kind of annoying me. I was like, all right, let's just try to beat him. And once I did the dab in the end zone with Malik Hooker on the pick 6, I kind of had to try to win the game from there. I couldn't quit the game. I had to go all out. As you see, we go to Chester Rogers, who's going to deliver the stiff arm, carry the Colts to the 9-yard line. The problem with trying to beat this guy is that in order to beat him, I can't exactly do what I like to do and just, cheese around and mess around and try to activate pro reads by just throwing dots downfield. We got to actually, throw some dink and dunks to counter the blitz that he's trying to send. And then on defense, force him to pass the ball, because once he tries to pass the ball, he turns into a bat. Blind as hell. And that is the second dab that we put on him. He has put his hands in the cookie jar 4 times in this game. Make that 5 on 4th down and 13. It's going to be a turnover on downs. We will take it. We might as well count that as pick 4.5 and pick 2.5 for Malik Hooker, and that will end this game. See you later, buddy. Now let's actually try to get Andrew Luck in the zone. So you guys know what Pro Reads does. It just highlights the first receiver. Nothing too special, but like I said, the goal today, we're going to try to activate Andrew Luck's X-Factor ability, and we're also just going to try to ball out with Andrew Luck. One of Andrew Luck's superstar abilities is Indoor Baller, which we're not going to be able to take advantage of because we are on the road once again against the Washington Redskins. One of his superstar abilities that we will definitely try to take advantage of is Dashing Deadeye. And Dashing Deadeye, what it is, as you see, I tried to activate it on the first play, it didn't quite work. Allen with the sack, and you'll see here, is that it allows Andrew Luck to throw perfect passes on the run. You see it says on the run Deadeye. That is that Dashing Deadeye superstar ability. That's just Andrew Luck fitting in a perfect pass to the tight end Eric Ebron. This is a wide open Eric Ebron. We almost sold on the pass lead trying to throw it to Josh Norman, but it's still a good enough throw. That Ebron is able to do the whip in the end zone. He's got the touchdown. Andrew Luck 3 for 5, not only passing but for the X-Factor counters. So that is what we're going to be trying to do with Andrew Luck today, and hopefully we can hold up with this defense. This Colts defense is scrappy, but definitely doesn't have much top-end talent. Maybe besides Darius Leonard, the standout defensive rookie last season, now a sophomore, but still a stud, especially in Madden. My opponent puts his hands in the cookie jar, and we're not going to let him get away with it. Once again, Andrew Luck with the perfect throw on the run before Landon Collins, the former Giant, now the Redskin, making the tackle. We are one pass away from getting Andrew Luck his X-Factor ability already. But at the 3-yard line, I don't want to risk throwing a pass and, you know, not counting it for the X-Factor counter. So now it's 3rd down and goal at the 5. Now we could try to get this pass off with Andrew Luck to Hines. Oh, but Hines cannot make the catch. It looked like it might have bounced off of Eric Ebron as we go for the fake. Adam Vinatieri with the arm. And Jack Doyle, even if he caught that, I don't believe would have gotten in there unless he made some miraculous play. So we stay at a 7-0 game as Darius Geis with the juke move. How about that? This is a redshirt rookie year for Geis because he was injured pretty much from preseason last year. So we'll see what Geis has to offer. He was a very promising back coming out of college, so if he still has the juice, he could be a potential difference maker in this Redskins offense, along with Dwayne Haskins. Let me make sure I pronounce that one correctly. Haskins. Alright, I've done 2 Madden videos so far with Dwayne Haskins in. And I keep on calling him Hashkins. I don't know why. I don't know why I think the H is there. So I apologize for like the 2 videos I've done. One was Madden 19, the other one was this year when we were trying to get Aaron Rodgers in the zone. So yeah, I do know now how to pronounce his name. So shout out to Dwayne Haskins, not the Dwayne Hashling slasher, as that'll be Chris Thompson slashing his way into the end zone. The Redskins managed to tie the game up after we kind of took away 3 points from the board by going for that random fake field goal. My opponent capitalizes, which is cool because we need to keep him in the game, as that is Paris Campbell, the rookie speedster drafted by the Indianapolis Colts. Here's Eric Ebron downfield, and that'll be Eric Ebron's 2nd long touchdown of the first half. Once again, Andrew Luck throwing dimes on the drive, and unfortunately for us, we had to reset the X-Factor counter since Hines dropped that 3rd down pass. So we got to go right back to work. We were so close, man. I was hoping once we got the pro reads, just like how Tom Brady had it for like an entire quarter, we could just keep it flowing, or like how we had with Bo Jackson last time. I want to have Andrew Luck in the zone and just absolutely slinging the rock. But the good news is, Andrew Luck is still slinging the rock big time. The bad news is, so is Haskins until he throws the interception. My oh my, what am I doing? At least we played defense well, right? Can't talk properly, but we can swat the ball to Malik Hooker. Malik Hooker is definitely a baller on this Colts defense, one of the few, as that'll be T.Y. Hilton on the out route. Of course, when we're playing with Andrew Luck in his farewell game, we've got to get a couple of connections to his go-to man for pretty much his entire career, T.Y. Hilton, number 13, the ghost, the superstar receiver for this Colts team, as Andrew Luck's gonna fumble the ball. That'll be recovered by Allen, and can the big fella Allen go all the way? He's run out of juice, and that's going to allow Hines to hawk him from behind. But once again, with good field position, we get no points to show for it. And on the next play, Wilson gets burnt by old man Vernon Davis, who's still playing well for this Washington Redskins team, especially with the amount of injury woes that Jordan Reed deals with. Vernon Davis is always an important piece of this team as we squeeze it into Hines. I thought he might user pick that. Thankfully, he kind of bit away right there and slid upfield. And now we have Andrew Luck in the zone. Pro Reads is activated. We know what this X-Factor can do, which is not much. What I do know is this X-Factor should light up if Eric Ebron is wide open. At least Pro Reads works that much, and Eric Ebron's juke move works that well. Okay, Ebron, I see you in the open field. We probably should have gotten out of bounds right there in hindsight. But new set of downs, and look who's lighting up. Jack Doyle. That was actually pretty useful right there. I wasn't exactly looking for Doyle, but once it lit up and it was screaming at me, I was like, all right, I can just throw it to Doyle and get out of bounds. Stop that clock. Nothing needs to light up here because we thrown the out route to T.Y. Hilton so fast. If you leave T.Y. one-on-one, I'm throwing him the ball. But for the most part, my opponent was trying to run zone, as he does here, as we go to Doyle, and Doyle's got the catch. He mistimes the user with Collins, and down goes our final timeout. The offense still on the field. Andrew Luck, 5 wide, keys to the car, looking for Ebron, maybe Hines. It is Hines who's gonna make the catch, but that will be the last play of the first half. We don't even have time to bring the field goal unit out on the field. It's not even worth even trying, so I just called a random play knowing that my fate was doomed. The only thing I could have done right there was try to spike the ball, but I didn't even think of it at the time. If we tried to spike the ball, we might have actually gotten it off there, but I was just so mad that Hines caught the ball. My opponent put Kerrigan in a QB spy, and it actually worked out for him right there because he was able to cover Hines. And man, that's a pass that a running back drops a lot of the times. And of course, the one time I don't want him to catch it, he does catch it. So that was cool. At least Andrew Luck is still in the zone. He still got his X Factor, and Andrew Luck's stats are looking pretty nice, even though we only have 14 points to show for it, since we keep on turning it over once we get past midfield, as my opponent starts with ball in this second half. And he's looking pretty nice. Haskins, besides the one interception, has been pretty sharp in this game. 2nd down and 7, clean pocket. Not much of a pass rush from this Colts unit, and that's going to allow Paul Richardson to split the middle of the defense and find the end zone on the post route and give the Washington Redskins the lead. We have been selling a bit too hard in this game, so let's not mess around. Let's not turn this ball over. Let's march downfield and let's just get the touchdown for once, right? Let's stop being idiots. As I try to hit the spin move. Hines had a really good spin move earlier when we got Andrew Luck in the zone, so I tried to hit that spin move again. Didn't quite work. You see Luck is 15 for 16, make it 16 for 17, and the only incompletion for Andrew Luck has been a drop pass in the end zone by Hines, which went off of his own man, Ebron. Andrew Luck is absolutely shredding this Redskins defense apart. 322 yards, and he's been pretty much perfect. Here's T.Y. Hilton on the bubble screen, getting away from Collins and nearly getting into the end zone. 1 yard away. Andrew Luck gonna try to do it himself on the QB sneak, and Luck finds the end zone. And Drew Luck is having himself a perfect farewell game, but it would almost be fitting if we actually lost this game for some abnormal reason, whether it's the defense sells us out or whatever it is, because that was kind of the way Andrew Luck's career ended, where he was always close but no cigar, always made these tremendous plays for his squad, and for whatever reason, whether he tried to push too hard or the team just sold him out, they just were never able to get that final step to the Super Bowl as we get the interception with Getters, and that'll be a pick 6. My opponent puts his hands in the cookie jar, but surely he didn't expect me to jump that RPO. Looked like a smoke screen right there. Either way, I was kind of sitting on that thing and timed it perfectly. I didn't think I'd be able to time it perfectly, but thankfully we did. And that was a major defensive play because I'm not feeling that confident in this defense to stop this Redskins offense. So the fact that we got a pick and a pick 6 to put us in the driver's seat and make my opponent have to push downfield for a touchdown this drive is major. As you see, we send 6 and it doesn't even matter. Geis is going to be able to get open because Haskins is able to just, roll out and chill and throw it across the body as we start the 4th quarter. That will not be caught by Josh Doxson. 2nd down and 10. The rookie under. Oh my. Not much pressure, man. We're just not getting any sort of pass rush, so we could just sit in there, and the only way to really get a stop is to just bait him into making a bad throw, which we have done. Hooker with the interception, and Malik Hooker on the run back is going to eventually be brought down at the 43-yard line, which puts us close to field goal range, which would make it a 2-possession game, so that is the main focus of this drive. Along with that, whatever clock we can shoot, fine by me, as Hines juking a bit dangerous. They don't want to juke into a big hit. Andrew Luck still borderline perfect in this game as we do the sweep to Campbell, using that speed to get the first down and a lot more. Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie. I didn't even know he was on the Redskins until I saw that very play happen, so that was interesting. Under 3 minutes to go in this game. At this point, my opponent maybe wants to start thinking about calling his timeouts, but at the same time, we are looking to pass. We are looking to take off with Andrew Luck, and we're looking for the end zone. Oh, Luck is blasted by Norman. Thankfully, we keep possession of the ball, but unfortunately, that is it for pro reads. Since we fumbled the ball, Andrew Luck has lost his X-Factor ability. The good news is Andrew Luck can still do a quarterback sneak. I call hurry up here. I wasn't planning on taking this snap here. I was just going to run the clock to the 2-minute warning, but since my opponent only had one defensive lineman on the line there, I was like, just ID that guy, pick him up, and we should be cash money on this play. And we were. So we have ourselves a 2-possession lead, 2:07 remaining. At this point, my opponent needs to get a touchdown as soon as possible. And then, the game's not over just yet. He doesn't have to onside kick or anything like that. He still has all of his timeouts, but getting that touchdown will be pretty tough since we should just be playing coverage defense throughout. But as you guys see, I'm kind of getting tricky, sending in 6 right here. He goes underneath to Chris Thompson. Not a bad play, but especially with the clock runoff this year, you want to make sure you get out of bounds. So now that's an automatic 8-second runoff, plus whatever he's doing here. He does get the snap off. He is going to get the first down to McLaurin there, and McLaurin spinning inbounds. A mistake by my opponent because once again, that clock chews. 9-second runoff. Extra time to get the snap off. But Haskins is going downfield, and it's going to be a dime. Haskins delivers, but can the defense get a stop on Andrew Luck, who has been red hot this entire game? Andrew Luck has not made a mistake all game, besides kind of that rush that we had, as my opponent is thinking about onside, but I wasn't thinking about the onside, so I called a timeout. And after calling the timeout, my opponent is going to call a normal kickoff. So an interesting change of strategy from my opponent. I will take it because now, we can just run this clock off a little bit, taking the kick return, make sure we get down, and give Andrew Luck some more space to get some more stats, right? We're looking to make sure Andrew Luck has the most gaudy stat line we can possibly give him in his farewell game. So even though, you know, the smart move is running the ball, we're going to try to pass. We're looking for the first down and more. Luck to Ebron, but that's going to be swatted away by Apke. Perfect positioning by the defensive back. 3rd down and 4. It's a bubble screen to T.Y. Hilton. And you only had to know that T.Y. and only T.Y. was getting the ball in that situation. And once again, we give T.Y. the ball. I'm just trying to let T.Y. Hilton make plays at this point because this is going to be the last time the Andrew Luck, the T.Y. Hilton connection will live on for the Indianapolis Colts as we go to Hilton in the corner. And that's going to put Andrew Luck over 400 yards passing in this game as I accidentally get a delay of game. This will be the final play of the game. I'm looking for T.Y. He is covered, trying to use that dash and get eye, but we get taken down by Ryan Kerrigan. Thankfully, we still do win the game. Didn't fumble the ball, which would have kind of been deserved if I did fumble the ball, but we did win. So shout out to Andrew Luck, man, and good luck to the rest of your life, Andrew Luck. Like, go on and do you, man. I'm proud of Andrew Luck for making the decision that he did. I can't believe people are criticizing Andrew Luck for making the decision that he did to retire, and it's just selfish if you are thinking otherwise. If you're trying to think about what Andrew Luck did to the Colts team or Colts fans or anything like that, or Colts ticket owners and stuff, it's a bunch of nonsense, man. You're allowed to do whatever you want to do in your lifetime. You don't have any obligation to other people at the end of the day. So, like, it's just selfish to be blaming Andrew Luck or be mad at Andrew Luck for his decision because it's, you know, you don't know what Andrew Luck's doing, what his body's feeling, what he's thinking mentally. Just let him be, bro. So, shout out to Andrew Luck, man. I really wish we could continue to see Andrew play football because he's an amazing quarterback, but hey, I respect his decision. So leave a like in the video if you guys enjoyed this Andrew Luck gameplay. Subscribe for some more Madden 20 gameplay. Unfortunately, it won't be much with Andrew Luck on the Colts. And on that note, I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching.